James chapter 1, verse 15. James explains that it starts with desire. You think about temptation and desire. Well, when that's conceived, then it gives birth to sin. And when sin grows, it gives birth to death. So James is unpacking temptation and sin and what it leads to, and he's straightforward. So being tempted is not a sin. We all have desires, and some are just evil desires. We have desires within us that are not from God, and we have temptations all around us. And so that's something that Jesus experienced. Jesus was tempted, but in his temptation, he didn't sin. So when you're tempted, you have a choice, you have a way out. But if you don't say no, if you don't take that way out, then that temptation can conceive and give birth to sin. And sin leads to death. Think of Adam and Eve. They saw the fruit, they were tempted, but they didn't walk away. They didn't trust God. They didn't hold on to his word. They said, let's go a little further. And they tasted the fruit. And they sinned, and that sin led to death. Separation from God, death entered the world. But every time, every day, we have temptations. And if we say yes and we sin, it leads to death. The death of our joy, the death of our peace, the death of our closeness with God. And then we need restoration. We return to God for that restoration and that forgiveness. But that's the sequence. And so today, when you're tempted, walk away. But know that if you continue on, sin leads to death. And there's examples over and over in the Bible of that sequence. James, he has a heart that's for you. He's in your corner. God is in your corner. That's why they're explaining it, so you can see the bridge is out. Don't go down that bridge. Take the U-turn and walk away. And that sequence, that's something you want to be aware of. And then don't give the enemy a foothold or a stronghold, but instead walk away, because it's not good news for your soul, and God cares about your soul.